be seated. It's my honor to introduce now Rabbi Julia Gris, and I'm so thrilled that you found time in your busy schedule to join us and to talk about your journey. Just a little bit about Rabbi Gris. In 2014, she graduated from the Rabbinic Department of Leo Baeck College in London. That's where she was ordained as a rabbi. And she also received a master's degree in Hebrew and Judaism at the King's College of London. After receiving her ordination as Micha, she returned to her congregation, Shirat Hayam, in Odesa, Ukraine, as a rabbi. Together with her daughter, recently she left Ukraine on February 27 for reasons of personal safety. And currently, right now, Rabbi Gris is in Oldenburg, Germany, with 35 members of Ukrainian Progressive Congregation Shirat Hayam. That most of them from Odesa, Shirat Hayam, and some from other congregations, I assume, and we'll find out. So, Rabbi, I invite you to speak, and then after you speak, we have a chance to pass the microphone around and ask questions. So everybody who's at home can put Rabbi in the speaker view. And we can put here in the speaker view too. So welcome.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. Thank you to invite me to spend this time for Yom Shacharit with you. It's a really honor for me. I'm so pleased to be with you and to see your cantor Renata, who I know for a long time already. This meeting, this question to me, your invitation, it's taken me back for 2 months. Actually, it's not easy because already 2 months left for the time when the crucial war started in Ukraine. I'm happy. I'm not happy, you know. I'm ready to share my story with you. The week before the war started, all my friends around the world were worried about us and situation about Ukraine. But people in Ukraine couldn't imagine that the war can start. And the week before, I was recommended to go for some kind of winter holiday to the west of Ukraine, to Lviv. And we spent a lovely week there with my daughter. But just look at the beautiful city, Lvov. Lvov is a beautiful city. And but situation around of Ukraine started very, very difficult. And 24th of February, me as everyone in Ukraine woke up with always sounds of bomb, always phone calls. I've got phone call from my from chairman of our congregation, young lady. She called me and say, Rabbi Julia, you have to stay there. You don't have to be back to Odessa because the war started. And probably I'm so emotional, but I would say not now like a rabbi, but like a mom. It's very difficult to walk your daughter and say the war started. So it's really, really hard. And we decided on second day of the war, we decided to left Ukraine, because I lived in Ukraine for 22 years, but I'm originally from Russia. and still have my Russian passport. So I do understand I can't stay because not because of Ukrainian people. I never get any oppressed by Ukrainians. I feel that Ukraine is my home, but from the awful Russian aggression, and it's very, very difficult. And we decided to leave Ukraine, and we spent 40 hours going to the border. I think we got like 25 or 30 kilometers walking, just walking with my daughter and our two cats, and with along with people who also trying to get to the border. It was only second and third day of the war, so it was really difficult situation on the border. And we didn't sit for 40 hours. We didn't eat. We didn't drink. We didn't go to the toilet. No, we walked day and night, and it was so cold because it was winter. It was -5, -10 during the night. So it was Celsius, yeah. It was very, very cold and very, very difficult. But I saw lots of people who are losing their lives, their countries. People in this situation, you have to choose life. And we go to Poland. It was very it was a situation when I remember my family, my grandfather's family left Poland because of pogroms, because of Jewish pogroms. They're finding the safe place in Ukraine. And 100 years after, we ran from Ukraine to Poland to get safe place there. It's like some kind of family situation, bad situation. And we stay in Poland close to Warsaw, small village close to Warsaw, at the house of our not Jewish friends. They're actually Christian friends who are who help Jewish people, and they have big farm like with lots of houses, and they hosted lots of Ukrainian refugees. During this next weeks, I tried to get from Ukraine members of my congregation. We organized evacuation buses from Odesa and different cities to Romania and Moldova. And after people trying to get to Poland, and we stay in Poland in this village almost all together. And some people decided to make Aliyah, go to Israel. Some people decided to go to different countries. And in 2 weeks after, the Jewish congregation of Oldenburg, rabbi of this congregation I know also for more than 20 years, long-time friends, they invited us, me and members of our congregation, to go to Germany. And for now, I think it's really a unique situation because I left with a big part of my congregation. I left Ukraine with a big part of my congregation. We are in Oldenburg about 35 members of Odesa and Kiev and some small cities congregation in Ukraine. So we have our services, and I still keep support members of my congregation who decided to stay in Ukraine. We still have many people there and have very strong connection, and almost every day private prayers together on Zoom to support them. And we have our services like Friday, Saturday morning as well. And I have some kind of philia of my congregation here. And it's very strange feeling because during the 2 years of corona pandemic, of quarantine, we had only services online, and now I have privilege to lead services and communicate with people in presence offline because we live all together in one small house, not small house, one house like a dormitory, like camp for refugees. We live all together, and it's a very strange feeling when you go in the morning to the kitchen and see your members in pajamas. But we became real family for this time. We were a family, and now we became a real one. Uh, and thank you to invite me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. It's a very short story. And what I want to share with you, it's I'm really afraid, not only me, all Ukrainian people are really afraid that the world uh, will start to forget about the situation in the center of Europe, because it's very understandable, because everyone has own reasons and own problems. But just a reminder, in the center of Europe, in Ukraine, in beautiful democratic European country, there is awful war, and we are really scared and pray for people who stay in Mariupol. Especially, there is the most hard place in Ukraine now, the most hard place, and we pray for peace every day, in the morning and in the evening. But prayer is not enough, so we do lots of supporting to people. And I'm as a rabbi of World Union of Progressive Judaism, also trying to find or organize some project to support people. So what we have to do is not just pray, but also act and support. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So people are writing in the chat that how can we help, right? So we know that our congregation posted on the website that you can donate to World Union for Progressive Judaism, right? Yeah. Rabbi, this is still valid, right? World Union for Progressive.
Yes.
That's the best way you can donate. That goes right to Jewish people of Ukraine. And there is a rabbi who's in charge of this fund, right? Rabbi from London, and he's the...
Rabbi Gris, who is in charge of this fund, one of the persons who is in charge of the fund, and also all leadership of Ukrainian leadership have very strong connection, and we also participate in this decision how to spread this money to the people and how to,
Okay, so anybody has any questions, you can use the microphone, and there is a microphone right there. Okay, here's Susan. Go ahead.
It has to be, is it okay? You're in Germany now, did I understand correctly?
Right.
I was wondering how you felt received by German people. And, the irony is clear.
Right, Julia, right? So how you were received by German people, it's the irony, yes. Now Jewish people have to escape to Germany.
Yeah, it's true. As a Jewish, we have several ways: go to Israel or go to Germany. Actually, as Ukrainian citizens, people can go to different European countries, but I would ignore the irony now, because situation is absolutely different way. I knew about the war from my grandfather and my grandparents. All my generation knew about the war from my grandparents. And we knew that sometimes the victory is more important than the cost of victory. But now I'm from another side. Um, I'm not the person who support any aggression at all, but Ukrainian people um, take a respect for their heroism and for their unity. It's very, very important. And German people here are very open to Ukrainians, to Ukrainian refugees. It's true that Germany has already experienced to adopt some kind of refugees from different countries, and they're very open to Ukrainians. And I can't say about rest of refugees, but from my side, we have very good support from Jewish congregation. First of all, spiritual and moral support, and we are very pleased and lucky to be part of this congregation in Oldenburg. But I know the situation in different congregation in Germany different, because you know, for the last 20 or 25 years, lots of Jewish people from the former Soviet Union already went to Germany, immigrated to Germany. And some Jewish people are from Russia, some Jewish people from Ukraine, and I've heard about some conflicts between German congregation, between Russian Jewish people and Ukrainian Jewish people. I think it's here's the irony. Here's irony.
Thank you, Julia. So we have more questions.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And I have a question about the Israelis that made Aliyah to Germany. Are they coming forward? Do they have any connection with you? Are they trying to reach out and help your congregation and others? Where are you in Germany? You're not in Berlin, are you?
She's in Oldenburg. It's called Oldenburg. Is it near Frankfurt? Where is it?
No, it's north of Germany. North.
North?
It's close to the North Sea. Yeah.
North.
And when you left,
Yeah.
did you take a Torah with you? Were you able to take books? What happened? And since you're there, have congregations come forward and invited you to use their Torah as part of their reaching out to you?
Good question. Me personally left Ukraine with one small suitcase because I didn't have possibility to pack my stuff. As I said, I was on my holidays, so one small suitcase when is all my life. I have my personal Torah book with me because I'm a rabbi. I have my kippah, even not a talit, and I have my travel candlesticks for Shabbat because we spent one Shabbat in Lviv. Our Torah scrolls, our community Torah scrolls, now they're in the house of our chairwoman, so she saves our Torah scrolls, and Torah scrolls saves her house.
Now, are there any Holocaust survivors in your group?
No, we are much younger.
Are there young children in your group?
Yes, we have lots of young children and women with children. Most of them women with children, and several people age up of 60.
Correct, because the younger men were not allowed to leave the border. The younger men had to go and fight.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Yes,
Right.
I know that.
We have one family, one woman with 7 kids. So very big Jewish family. They're with us too.
What do you
So
do?
it was the last family which I can transferred to Germany.
Now, you say that you've become a real family. Are you able to do cooking, or are people bringing in food to you? Are you, yeah? And that's,
Basically, on daily level, we cook for ourselves, for our families, personal families. But for Shabbat, we cook all together, and we have couple in the month we have Shabbat in the synagogue, and a couple times in the month we have Shabbat in our home, in our camp, refugee camp. So we cook all together and we have proper Shabbat dinner like a family.
so with all these people together, are you talking about Judaica along with worries and angst about what's happening at home? Are you doing any programs to kind of uplift people and give them, it takes a lot of courage to have left, I feel, and it takes courage to stay. And so I wanted to know how are you as a leader dealing with all this?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
Yeah.
How you emotionally, how you stay calm.
Yeah, you can imagine it's not a special program. It means all my life all my life with members of my congregations. So we support each other when we met in the corridor or in the kitchen or on our study session. We decided to continue our study session because it's a part of some kind of stability, when people can continue to do what they did before. And also we have phone calls or Zoom calls with our members who are in Ukraine, in Odesa, almost for every day, almost. And of course, as a rabbi, I'm quite exhausted. But I'm also receiving lots of support from my members too.
That's wonderful.
And really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So any other way we can help except donating to World Union for Progressive Judaism? Any packages make sense to send, or what makes sense?
Yeah, it's always good to donate to WPJ, but if you would like to support personally people, you can see them. We can discuss about this, because not only me, everyone left their houses, and when people ask you, what do you need? It's difficult even to answer, because you left everything and you don't know what you have to buy or think firstly. If you have only one pair of shoes, only one, you starting to think, oh, probably this is enough. Probably in our previous lives we had a lot. We were spoiled by some material stuff. You can live with minimal stuff, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy to take this way. So all people just in need,
So what you're saying that people mostly need like emotional support, right? That we can get together on Zoom and talk to people. That's what you're saying.
And emotional, and also some like presence, because Ukrainian people will not ask about something. It's a part of our mentality. So people will not ask, saying, okay, I'm alive, it's enough. But I can say that people lost everything, and they don't know will be for them opportunity to go back or not. So we can discuss probably after if you would like to send some small packages with some presents to the people, for example, for our group or any other group. It would be really, really helpful, and it's real support, yeah, not
I just
just
want to ask if are there many people in your congregation who are still in Odessa, and how are they doing?
As I told, we have our chairwoman who stay in Odessa, and she tried. She is organizing support to people. I mean, physical support people who are in Odessa. For example, for Pesach, the organizer said there for 50 members. Um, Still 50 members. We have more, but 50 can come for Seder. For very short Seder. Very short Seder.
50 people. So I guess I would have to reach out to my congregants, and first I'll talk to you, maybe in private, how we can more strategically help you, even collecting packages, and people can come donate. And we actually sending packages through MIST. You know MIST? It's
Of
there.
course, yeah.
Right. So MIST goes to Germany,
Yeah.
delivered to Germany.
Yeah.
Right, it's a special Ukrainian parcel service that sends packages from here to Ukraine to Poland, goes directly, not through American parcel service. So it's called MIST in Ukrainian.
In Ukraine.
Right, so that's good that they deliver to Germany, because we can collect whatever you and I talk about it, what you need, in addition to donating to World Union for Progressive Judaism. And again, our site has all the links of how to donate. So World Union is the best.
Thank you for this offer. Thank you, Renata, and thank you, friends.
Yes, and please, Rabbi, don't be shy, ask. I know, like, I reach out to you, and maybe you're shy to ask for what you need, but we want to help, and we want to send the packages, and or whatever helps, and give us a list. Give us a list, and we'll collect. Any other questions? Well, thank you so much, and also we'll talk about maybe we can get together with your congregants on Zoom and just talk to your congregants to share.
You can join us next week. It's not Shabbat around the world, which we already host as a part of WPJ, World Union of Progressive Judaism, but it's going to be regular online Shabbat next Friday. For you, probably much easier, because for you it's morning time when we have Friday Kabbalat Shabbat.
Right.
So I will send you a link if someone would like to join us and see the real people. So you're more than welcome. And thank you to invite me, and thank you for your willing to support.
Thank you. Well,